Hello, my name is Michaela. I am a 5th grade teacher in Wisconsin, and this is part 2. Oh my god, that's so loud. Sorry. Okay, there's a lawnmower outside. This is part 2 of my classroom pack-up process. If you haven't heard, I got a new job at a new school, so I have been packing up my classroom, and I think this is the last week that I have before I need to be out. So I'm gonna take you along with me as I finish cleaning out my room. Last week, if you didn't see, I pretty much got all my books out. Now I need to do all the small stuff. I did get containers. So I got 2 big containers. I got this like semi-smaller one, and then I got a pack of small ones, and I will just return anything that I don't use. I pretty much need to clean out this whole closet. And then I have to go through all these other closets and just see what's mine, because a lot of it is not mine. A lot of it is from the teacher that was in this room before me, so I actually don't have to worry about that stuff. I actually don't have a lot more to do, so I think this will go pretty fast. I'm just gonna jump right in and start with this cabinet back here. In my attempt to try to be semi-organized and putting my things away as I'm packing them up, I'm finding some old things that I'm gonna throw away, but it's just like proud of my old self. Like here is a practice test that I was taking for when I was trying to take the Foundations of Reading test, which is a notoriously difficult standardized test that you have to take to be a teacher. I don't know if that's everywhere or just in Wisconsin, but here are all my notes on my practice test. Like, look at me, so proud of myself. But yeah, this notebook is going in the trash. I do have all my other like professional development books that I just never use. I always buy them and I kind of read them and then I don't use them. So I kind of looked through this and I had some ideas, but I actually don't know if I utilized those ideas. And then I have the morning meeting book, which I was really excited to start morning meetings this past year. But I ended up just turning it into share time instead of doing like an actual morning meeting, because I know that morning meeting is like structured a certain way, and I like just open share time with limitations because I want kids to be able to get out any thoughts they have going on in their head, like before we start the day, even if it doesn't match up with the morning meeting question, you know, like I want there to be just like an open dialogue at the beginning of the day. So I didn't want to like use specific morning meeting structure, but I might look at it for next year. And then I have the reading and writing strategies books, but I just haven't utilized them. They are things that are obviously full of amazing information that would be helpful with small groups and stuff like that, but I just haven't utilized them. So I'm just curious how you guys use them. What do you do? What do you do? I've heard really great things about these. I have these math and practice books, but I ended up not really needing to use them because obviously we have a curriculum and I don't need to like figure out my own curriculum because it's all pretty much covered in what we have. So like I just have these. And then I have this from when I was in school. It's like a guided reading book, but again, I haven't really used this, but I have it. I'm also finding a lot of things that the past hoarder in me wants to just keep, but I'm like, I don't think I'm actually gonna use it, but like, what if I do, you know? And just a lot of little interesting things that I'm like, should I keep this? Like, I'll show you just all the little random things that I have. I was gonna show you some Christmas ornaments and then they fell all over the floor. So that's great. Well, obviously I have my Christmas ornaments because all my kids celebrate Christmas, so I set up a little Christmas tree, but that's not weird. But I have these chili lights that I never really figured out what to do with. I have quite the variety of lights and just the different like holiday things, like heroes from Valentine's Day. It's like, do I keep that? I mean, it's nice, it's plastic, so it could stay, but I obviously have my LED lights. These curtain lights that I wasn't super excited about, but they were up all year. I have these little tiny twinkle lights, but you can like barely see them, so I don't know what I would do with them. And then I have these ghost lights from Halloween. And then these were my battery operated lights that I really like loved, and they were up where I ended up putting my LED lights, and they looked so amazing, but they were battery operated, so they just like faded out all the time, and I had to change the batteries all the time, and it was really annoying, so I don't even know if I should keep those. And I have these like orange and purple string lights that I used for Halloween as well, and they just ended up staying up all year. Do I just keep those for Halloween time? And I have these Hollywood style vanity lights that I actually bought for my house, but they're really ugly. And so I brought them to school, but they're really ugly at school too. So I guess now that I went through them all, like they all seem worthy of being kept, except for maybe these ones, the ones that were battery operated. I don't know if I should just throw them away though. Like that feels like a waste. I'm probably gonna keep them and then figure it out later. Okay, I got everything out of the closet that had, you know, most of my stuff in it, but it's all out now on the tables. So I still have to figure out how to organize it all into these containers. And I'm actually a little worried that I won't have enough containers, but that means I can close this one. So I have emptied all of these cabinets and all of these drawers of stuff that's mine. And I just have to go through this one above the sink and below the sink. And then at least all of that stuff will be out and I can look at it. And then I also need to empty my desk. And then once I do that, then everything's out and then I just have to pack it away. Okay, I am sitting down on my desk for one of the last times. I just gotta clean up my desk and I have to clean out this rolly cart. And then everything will be out and about. You see this mess? You see this mess? How am I supposed to put that all into just a few containers? It's impossible. Also, trying to determine like what's mine and what's the school's is like impossible. Actually, most of the supplies I bought myself. I usually used my funds that the school gave me to buy science supplies. So most like school supplies I bought so I can take them with me. So all the drawers are emptied out except for just things from the school, and all my stuff is on the desk and I cleaned this out. So yeah, I think that's everything. So I'm actually gonna get going in a little bit. I'm gonna try to bring some of the stuff that's already like big enough and sturdy enough to like just fit in my car without me having to put it into containers. And then tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday, I guess will just be spent putting this stuff into containers and getting it all ready to go and taking it home. And then one of those days I will take my furniture home. And then hopefully if I have time, one of those days will be spent like making sure that what's left is organized for the next teacher after me. But yeah, I have to go because I'm gonna get a haircut. I don't really like leaving it this way. I kind of feel like everything's in disarray, but it's what it has to be for now. Anyway, I'm gonna get going and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, I wasn't gonna film anymore because I was like, it's really boring. I just keep going, I just cleaned up this stuff. I just packed up this stuff over and over and over again. But I figured that I would be disappointed if I didn't document this for myself, because I feel like I'm gonna want to look back on it later and see what my last few days at my school was like. I have put all of my things over here. So here are all like the big furniture items. Here is my old library area and I just put all the school stuff just against the wall. My desk is like completely empty and cleared off, and I did leave these. These are all of the little drawings that my class that was gonna be mine next year made for me on the last day of school, and I told them that they would come to school on the first day and then they would already have artwork on my wall. So I had those, and so I'm gonna leave a note for the next teacher to be like, hey, they all made these, so if you want, put them on the wall, like that was their purpose. But yeah, that's so sad. So all of this still needs to go home. That's the stuff I'm gonna take home today, and then like I said, the big furniture items, and then that's it. So honestly, once I started putting stuff into containers and boxes and stuff, like it actually wasn't that much stuff. I was listening to music, and when certain songs came on, I got a little bit emotional. Because it's almost here that I'm almost done. So for now, I am going to do a little panorama view of my room. I will probably film a little bit more the next time I come in and finish this video up and show you like a completely empty room. I'm gonna say goodbye to you soon. That's today. Hello, good morning. It is like 7:30 in the morning on Tuesday, July 5th. It's been a little bit since I've been in this classroom. I am here today because I'm going to be tutoring a student later today, and I thought, why not use this morning to try to get as much done as I can in here. I don't think this is going to be my last day here because I did get permission to have 2 extra weeks longer than what we would typically have to clean out our classroom, and I would like to utilize that time as much as I can to soak up my classroom, but also use that time to do things that I do want to get done that I don't think I'll be able to do at home, but also that don't involve like moving things and like packing up things, because like I said, I think in my previous video, one thing I want to get done is go through all of the books that are not mine that I have to leave here and like delete them out of my online book application thing. And so I would love to be able to just do that here, because then I can just leave the books and not have to like take them home and then bring them back and all that. Since the last time I talked to you, I finished summer school, and on that day, news kind of got out a little bit that I wasn't coming back next year, which was a little bit sad because I had some of my kids that I was gonna have next year come up to me and go, "Is it true?" They all thought that I was retiring, and I thought that was so cute. They're like, "Is it true that you're retiring?" I'm like, "I'm not retiring, I'm going to a different school," but it is true. The saddest ones were the ones who were gonna be in my class next year. A couple of my kids that I already had last year found out, and they were more like, "We already had you, so haha, we don't care as much." So the last day was a little bit bittersweet because of that. Also, some parents have found out a little bit, and it's just sad all around. But I am very excited still for where I'm going. I just really wish that I could be in that classroom and like have access to it. I think I'm supposed to get a tour sometime in July, which would be really nice, but I don't think I'm actually gonna be able to have access and like be able to work in there, which I would love to do. But I think I'm just gonna have like the normal amount of time in August, so I guess we'll have to wait. One big bummer about that is that I went to Target and they have like their back to school discount section, and they have like a bunch of bins and things like that, and they are so cute. Like the colors are perfect. I love them, and I would love to get some, but I don't wanna buy a bunch of stuff that's already gonna be at my classroom. So maybe I'll scope that out whenever I do get a tour and see what kind of bins and stuff they have in storage. Or I might buy a bunch of them because I'm afraid they're gonna all get bought and then I'm not gonna be able to get any. So I might buy a bunch of them and then keep the receipt and return them if I don't need them, because I am in love with them. So now I'm gonna go over what I'm planning to do today. I have like 2.5 hours to work. I brought a bunch of stuff home last week, but I still have some stuff left. So I'm gonna go over what's left and then also go over some of my plans for today. I have all of this stuff that's on this counter here that I need to somehow pack up and bring home. I don't have any more boxes left at school that I had got to take things home, but I did find this air conditioner unit box at home, and it's gigantic. So like, I think I could fit in this box, but it's so big that I feel like if I fill it up, it's gonna be way too heavy. And so I actually think most of the things on that back counter could fit in there, but I don't know if that's like a good idea or not. But honestly, I might do it if that's what it takes. I brought my roommate's SUV today, so I should be able to fit a lot of it in there. And then, like I said, I need to remove all of these books from my online book resource, and so I want to do that. And then if I get done with all of that and still have time, I might utilize this opportunity to print things. I have been updating a lot of resources that I made this past year for math, and I finished all of my number corner resources, and I want to print them out and put them into a binder, so I might like print those out. Speaking of, I'm gonna put out a little plug or a little question out there. If you use Bridges Math 5th grade, do you think it's a good idea for me to post my Bridges Math 5th grade guides on Teachers Pay Teachers? I've been trying to figure out if it's copyright for me to post those or not. I can't figure out the rule, because people post like slides for Lucy Calkins units of study and things like that. They post slides, which are basically the lessons, and that's what I've done with the Bridges Math, except they're not slides. I just made a Google Doc with every single session on it, but it's like condensed to have everything you need at the top, links to where you can get them. So obviously you need to have the curriculum and have the online resources to be able to utilize those. So like, I'm not copywriting that. And then I kind of write out each session in my own words, but fitting it to one page. So I don't know if that's allowed or not. And I kind of just want to try it. And then if it gets taken down, oh well. But it was such a huge help for me this past year, and I'm so excited to be able to have it for next year. It's gonna be so simple to prepare for each lesson. And I also have been sharing it on some of the like Bridges Facebook pages to people, and they've said it's like amazing. And some of them have been like, I can't believe this is free. and so it would be nice to get like a couple dollars here and there. Or maybe there's a better way to do it, because I know Teachers Pay Teachers does not have a good rep for the percentage that you get from selling on it. So I don't know, does anyone have like advice? I have never sold on Teachers Pay Teachers before, and I don't know if it's like a good idea, bad idea, against the rules, whatever. So that's just one thing. Anyway, I'm gonna get started and I will talk to you later probably. This is not my bin, but it's my stuff. And I used up all my bins so far. Actually, I know, I have a solution. Perfect. Look at all these other bins. I can put it in one of these. These I might put into the rainbow drawers as well, because I feel like they're just gonna fall all over. Okay, so here is the box, the big gigantic box, and it is full. And obviously I'm gonna have to put this on top of things in my car so that these don't get crushed. But I'm gonna see how heavy it is and see if I can lift it or if I need to remove some things. Okay, test number 1, take 1. It's like so big I can't even like, oh. Whoa. Okay. Success. Just now I was going to tape up the drawers on like the rainbow cart so they don't fly open and spill everywhere in the car, but I just realized that I already packed up my tape, so I'm gonna have to go try to find some tape somewhere. I don't think anybody's here, but there were some cars in the parking lot. I thought the school was supposed to be like shut down, but I don't know. I'm afraid of getting caught. I'm allowed to be here, but I'm afraid of getting caught. Yes. Bye, mailbox. I'll miss you. Okay, I'm going to tape these up so that they don't spill in my car. I don't know the best way to go about doing it, but I thought if I just take like one long piece of tape, just like, tape them together, kind of. Okay, I'm gonna test it and see. No, okay. Not yet. Okay, one more test. That was not bad. I'm gonna take it because I might add a couple more pieces, but I think that works because it's not like I'm gonna put them face down in my car. It's just like if they jostle. Okay, I think I'm ready to start putting stuff in my car. So I'm gonna go do that, see how much I can fit for today. There is something about moving things in and out through the halls of a school that like embarrasses me and I get anxious. Like I'm just like, oh, they're gonna like judge how I'm moving things or what I have, which is so stupid. But that is one thing I'm dreading. Going to the new school is just so stupid. But I get nervous because I'm finally comfortable here and like moving things around here, that now I have to do it at a new place with new people. I don't know if the best way to do this is like put them on their side, you know, or just lay them flat. I don't really know what the best option is. I actually don't know if I'll be able to fit all of them today. I will try my best though. I think sideways, I'm gonna try that. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna happen today. It's taken up that much space. I have this much space to put things. I might be able to fit a rolling cart in there. I could maybe fit one of those white shelves. I'm definitely not gonna be able to see out the back window, which is great. I do have the front seat too. Maybe I can fit the gigantic air conditioner box there. I don't know. I was hoping to get a lot of the big stuff in today, but I'm probably gonna have to come back and do some more. Okay, I'm gonna go get more. Second load. We'll see if it all fits. And that's all that's left, plus the giant box, and that's it. So I think I'll be able to do it at least with one more trip, and then I think it'll be okay. Okay, listen to this. It literally just sounds like someone like scream singing. Everyone's gonna be able to hear me. Gross. Oh my god, it's so hot. I don't know why I insist on wearing like sweatshirts during the summer, because I always think it's gonna be colder than it will be. Okay, Okay, I don't think this is working. All my scissors are falling out. This is not, okay, I'm gonna give it one little push. We'll see. Okay, something else fell, but that's okay. I had one more thing. I don't, that's disgusting too. I just don't think it's gonna work out. Maybe? No? No. Okay. Okay, that's a bummer. This is the only thing I gotta bring back in though. That's a success. It won't be that much to take in whenever I come back. Okay, I'm so sweaty. I got most of it out. So I literally just have this gigantic box, and then my 2 white shelves, and then the cart that I couldn't fit into the car, and then that's everything. I actually still have an hour left before I need to go to tutoring. So I'm actually gonna go to Target and look at all those things that I want. This is a different Target than the one by me, so we'll see if they have anything different or the same. So I'm not actually gonna do the books today. I will be here one more day probably where I will get all of that done, and I will have a lot more time to spend in here so I can get all of my final goodbyes, any final tasks I wanna get done. So that's it for now, and I will see you the next time I'm here. Hello, hello. It is Thursday. It is my last day in my classroom. I'm not gonna spend too much time telling you what I'm doing today because I've told you the same thing like every single day. Today I'm gonna do everything that I've already said, but complete it. Then I'm gonna do one final check through of everything to make sure I'm not missing anything or forgetting anything. And then I'm gonna say goodbye and I'm gonna leave. First thing I'm gonna do is just take these down to the car right away, so that is done. So I just finished all the books and deleting them from my library. That took me like over an hour. But I just have one last thing to do. I'm going to write a note for the next teacher about those little pictures that the kids drew. And then I'm gonna pack up and say goodbye. So I'm gonna do that now. Goodbye, classroom. I'll miss you.